kitchen sink, staring down the road. The clock on the wall moving so damn slow. Her heart's been heavy, her prayers have been long, waiting for her son to come back home. He's been fighting a war in Afghanistan, gave up his dreams, followed a soldier's plan. She thinks of his father, lost in the fight. Goddamn Vietnam, she whispers at night. Country roads bring my boy back to me, through the hills and the fields where he used to be. No party, no hooray, just safe and sound, as long as he's here. She raised him alone, did the best she could, taught him love and the difference between bad and good. But the world had its plans, sent him away. Now she's counting the hours, waiting for this day. Sometimes life feels so cruel, like no one even cares. Wars tear apart families, leave nothing but despair. But today's a day she's dreamed about for years. The day he walks through that door dries her tears. Country roads bring my boy back to me, through the hills and the fields where he used to be. No party, no hooray, just safe and sound, as long as he's here. He doesn't have to stay, doesn't have to explain. If he needs to leave, she'll understand the pain. Move to a city or a quiet small town, she just thanks God he's alive and around. Now she sees a shadow coming up the drive. The weight in her chest starts to feel light. No more war, no more fear in her mind. Her boy is home, just in time. Country roads bring my boy back to me, through the hills and the fields where he used to be. No party, no hooray, just safe and sound, as long as he's here. I was sitting at home just sipping my wine. Phone rings, my friend says, girl, it's time, the fun's never gonna end. It's a night at the honky-tonk, get your giddy up. Got up, changed my clothes, put my boots on tight, ready to roll, gonna own the night. Just in time my ride pulls in, an Uber shows up and the driver's grinning. He says, hey there, cougar, where you heading tonight? I said, to the honky-tonk where the neon's bright. It's a night at the honky-tonk, music in the air, beers flowing, cowboys everywhere. All the girls at the table, that's when I met the new girl. Mabel, we're dancing and laughing, having a ball at the honky-tonk, yo, we're doing it all. We were about to take our first big sip when a pack of cowboys came strutting their stuff. Mabel said, let's hit the floor while we can. And out we went, each grabbing a man. I found me a cowboy so lean and tall. He said, I sleep in the kitchen, my feet in the hall. We did the boot scoot, the Texas to sweet boots hitting the floor in a steady beat. The night got hazy as the pitchers ran dry, but the honky-tonk spirit kept us flying high. It's a night at the honky-tonk, music in the air, beers flowing, cowboys everywhere. All the girls at the table just playing. I met the new girl, Mabel. We're dancing and laughing, having a ball at the honky-tonk, y'all. We're doing it all. Got home at sunrise, boots in my hand, grinning like a fool, still feeling grand. It's a night I'll remember, and one thing I know, next week we're all going back for the show at the honky-tonk, y'all, where the good times roll, with all of the girls and that new girl. Wait on Mabel. Come on, girl, let's get in bed. My family roots run deep, they go way back to a house by the forge on a dirt road track. Sunday dinner at Grandma's was the place to be, a long crowded table full of history. Kids and cousins, aunts and uncles too, all gathered together under one roof. Grandma's voice carried warmth and cheer. She somehow remembered all our names each year. Family roots, they're tangled and wild, full of stories, every woman and child. Not all were sweet, but love ran through at Grandma's house, where the bonds stayed true. Through the good and bad, we found our way. Our family roots grew stronger every day. Uncle Bob had a past that wasn't so neat. If you'd met him once, well, you'd see what I mean. But Aunt Sarah, she was my shining light. Talked to me like I mattered, like I was right. Grandpa's hands, they were big and rough, a blacksmith's grip, calloused and tough. The yard was filled with what he'd made, iron memories that never fade. Family roots, they're tangled and wild, full of stories, every woman and child. Not all were sweet, but love ran through at Grandma's house, where the bonds stayed true. Through the good and bad, we found our way. Our family roots grew stronger every day. So here's to the house and the stories it keeps, the laughter, the tears, the memories we reap. Our family roots may not run sweet, but they're deep enough to stand the heat. At Grandma's house, we were all one crew, bound by roots where the love was true. So here's to the house and the stories it keeps, the laughter, the tears, the memories we reap. Our family roots may not run sweet, but they're deep enough to stand the heat. At Grandma's house, we were all one They say you can't die from a broken heart, but some days it feels like you're falling apart. You left me here and I don't know why. Now all I do is sit and cry. Was it something I did or something I said? I can't shake these thoughts running through my head. We were happy, at least I thought, but you're gone. Time moves slow when you're lost in the pain. Feels like the world's just stuck in the rain. But day by day I'm finding my way through the heartbreak, the tears and the grave. It's a new day, a brighter day, and I think it's gonna stay this way. No note, no text, no call goodbye, just empty nights and wondering why the world keeps turning, their lives stay the same. They smile, they laugh, they don't feel this pain. It's been 10 days and time's moving ahead. 3 days now since I said I wish I was dead. I can't believe it's been 2 months tomorrow. I've traded my heartache for a brighter tomorrow. I've learned to breathe, to stand, to fight. The sun's come up and chased off the night. Time moves slow when you're lost in the pain, but it picks up speed as you heal again. Day by day I found my way through the heartbreak, the tears and the grave. It's a new day, a brighter day, and I think it's gonna stay this way. There's a party's next week, and I can't wait to go. For the first time in months I feel the glow. Moving on gets easier day by day, and I'm here to stay, come what may. She's sitting on the porch by her front door, eyes locked on the road for that bright red Ford. It's gotta be a half-mile away, but she knows that roar like it's calling her name. It pulls up front, Bobby Ray inside. She hollers, "Mama, I'm going for a ride." Jumps in the cabin, slides by his side. Up on the bluff overlooking the town, they pull that truck in and turn it around. Climb in the bed, lay the blankets down. Underneath the stars, love's the only sound. She says, "Bobby, I got something to say. It's hard to confess, but I'll tell you anyway. My daddy's been after me, he's stuck in his ways. Says this might be the Chevy or Ford, there ain't no middle ground. But let me tell you, Bobby, no matter what they say, I love you in a Ford or a Chevrolet. On the drive back home, she looks his way. I wasn't kidding about what Daddy had to say. Bobby just grins and rips the Ford in this love story that trucks their sword. And no matter the battle, no matter the brand, she'll ride with Bobby hand in hand. She was up every morning at 5 a.m. getting things ready, starting again. Cooking breakfast, packing lunch, facing the world without a hunch. She was a hard-working woman, no time to complain. Day after day, she carried the strain.
Me and my sisters, we never knew our dad. I've got a memory, but it's all I ever had. Mama never spoke ill, she just moved along, held her head high, proving she was strong.
Mama was a hard-working woman through and through.
She gave us her all, no matter what she'd been through. She stood her ground, found a way to survive. Mama's love kept our family alive. A hard-working woman, strong and true. She gave us the world with the little she knew. While Mama worked her job to earn her pay, I got my sisters fed and sent on their way. We'd ride the school bus, 3 kids in a row. Mama worked hard for the seeds she'd sown.
Still she'd come home and sit with us at night, listen to our stories, making everything right. We laughed, we danced in that little house of ours. Her strength and love carried us through the hours. Mama was a hard-working woman through and through. She gave us her all, no matter what she'd been through. She stood her ground, found a way to survive. Mama's love kept our family alive. A hard-working woman, strong and true. She gave us the world with the little she knew. She never cursed his name, though she had every right. Just said, I'm glad he's gone, I'll be alright. She taught us how to live, how to stand tall, how to keep moving, even when you might fall.
Now I see her in every choice I make, in every challenge, in every step I take.
Mama was a hard-working woman, her strength never fades. Her love and her lessons will never go away.
We lived on
just outside of town. Mama and Daddy taught me all I found. Love filled the air like the crops we grew. What we couldn't make, the store would do. Every Saturday, like clockwork time, we load the truck and head into the line. That was my life, year after year. But the road less traveled whispered near. The road less traveled, it called my name. A winding path I couldn't explain. I left behind the love I knew, chasing dreams under skies so blue. I felt the pull, I had to go. The road less traveled, it led my soul. I loved my home, it was safe and warm. But the world was bigger than our little farm. That dusty road stretched far and wide. I couldn't shake the longing inside. One night I left a note on the floor, packed up my heart and walked out that door. I felt the guilt, but the need was strong, to see what lay where I never belonged. The road less traveled, it called my name. A winding path I couldn't explain. I left behind the love I knew, chasing dreams under skies so blue. I felt the pull, I had to go. The road less traveled, it led my soul. Now I'm here with the ocean in view, horizons clear, a life brand new. I miss my roots, but I can't look back. The sun feels good as it warms my back. They shun me, call me the one who's straight, but I found myself on the choice I made. Maybe someday they'll understand why I left that quiet land. But for now, I'm where I belong, on the road less traveled, where I'm Leon James was the love of my life. Met him in the summer of '61. He was working at the diner back in town, washing dishes, his smile never let him down. From that moment I knew deep inside, Leon James was what I wanted in life. He had a troubled past, no life of ease, a mama worn out, and a daddy who pleased himself with anger, hard words and pain. Leon James grew up in a house of rain. But little by little I got to see the gentle heart Leon James gave to me. Leon James, how I loved you so. broke me in half. Leon James is gone, it cried, and my heart screamed, no, 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 inside. I'll never see your gentle eyes again. My love, my Leon James, my sweet best friend. Leon James, how I loved you so. Your smile lit the dark, your heart's pure glow. You were different, not like the rest. A sweet, gentle soul, you were simply the best. Leon James, the world was unkind. It took you away, but you're still in my mind. Leon James, you'll always remain the love of my life, through joy and pain. Though the years pass by, your memory stays forever in my heart. Leon James, always. I clock in every morning, just another day in line. The grind in Nashville keeps me steady, keeps me passing time. But every afternoon, there's a spark that I can't fight. Down at the coffee shop, he's my favorite part of life. He greets me with a smile, says the usual, I suppose. And every time my cheeks turn red, the feeling only grows. I know it's crazy, I know it's wrong, but I can't help the way I feel. This unspoken love has a power, oh, it's achingly real. I can't say a word, I can't cross the line. He's got someone else, and I know he's not mine. But in my dreams, he's holding me tight. This unspoken love keeps me up at night. Is it wrong to wish? Is it wrong to believe that he could feel the same for me? I picture us together, though I know it's out of reach. His voice stays in my mind like waves upon the beach. At night I whisper softly the words I'll never say, dreaming of the moment he might look my way. And though I know he's taken, it's better left unsaid. I keep these feelings hidden, they live inside my head. It's safer this way, to keep it as a dream. But every day he says the usual, my heart wants to scream. I can't say a word, I can't cross the line. He's got someone else, and I know he's not mine. But in my dreams, he's holding me tight. This unspoken love keeps me up at night. Is it wrong to wish? Is it wrong to believe that he could feel the same for me? The way his eyes light up the room, it's like he knows my silent tune. But maybe I'm just reading signs, a hopeless heart lost in time. So I take my coffee cream on the side and bury these feelings I'll never confide. He says the usual, that smile so divine. And I whisper to myself, wait until tonight. Living in the mountains of Tennessee was as hard as life could ever be. Getting up early just to catch the bus to school, coming home to chores. Grandma lived just a mile down the road. Her love was the only light that I've ever known. I carry those memories, they're etched in my soul. They made me the woman you see, strong and whole. People ask if I miss the good old days, but I just smile and look away. I tell them days I had just one good day, and that was the day I found my way. Off that mountain, I'll never go back. Left the pain and the weight of that old dirt track. I learned real young the way to be free was in the pages of the books that carried me. Fought the boys off when I hit my teens. Saw too much of what a hard life means. Mama was torn and worn out too soon. Daddy's bottle stole every bit of her youth. Life on that mountain was a lesson in pain. People ask the good old days, but I just smile and look away. I tell them days I had just one good day, and that was the day I found my way. Off that mountain, I'll never go back. Left the pain and the weight of that old dirt track. Times have changed, or so I've been told, but I don't believe it now that I'm old. The faces might differ, but the story's the same. The struggles remain, just a different name. I've made my peace, but I'll always know what it costs to leave, to let it go. People ask if I miss the good old days, but I just smile and look away. I tell them days I had just one good day, and that was the day I found my way. Off that mountain, I'll never go back. Left the pain and the weight of that old dirt track. No, I don't miss the life I left behind. It was a prison I broke free from in time. So if you ask